Hi, welcome to the update for today. And today we are going to talk about Nifty Realty Index. Now, after a long time, what we're noticing is that we're seeing a breakout on the Nifty Index itself. And I mean the Nifty Realty Index. So we know that even during the last year and a half, because of the pandemic, one sector which has been underperforming is actually the realty sector. If you see the low that we in the realty sector in 2016 odd, and you see it again in 2020, it is hardly, you have hardly seen any sort of rally compared to what you have seen some of the other indices. The interesting thing now is that it looks like the index has now formed a very strong base. So if you look at this particular zone here, this entire area, this looks a lot like a double bottom, or you can even call this, a rectangle consolidation reversal. A lot of people would give it different sort of names, but the key thing that you have to remember is that this area, this was a key resistance level. Now, why do I say that this was a key resistance level? If you go back in the past and you see, this level has been a level of support twice, and now that same level has acted as a resistance. This is the principle of polarity, basically, long-term memory in the markets. So this level at which we were market was taking support earlier, that level has acted as resistance, and you can see post that we've seen a decent correction. Now that level has been taken out by the index. If I see on the weekly charts, the next real resistance on the weekly charts is only at 581, and currently the index is at 417.75. So there's a lot of room for the index itself to run up. Now, this is the story today right now in realty index. There are a couple of important stocks, or a couple of stocks, that we can now drill down once we know the sector is going to do well. The first one that I would like to point out is Colte Patil. Now, again, like the index itself, the Colte Patil stock now is forming a very nice bullish head and shoulder pattern. So when I say a bullish head and shoulder pattern, if I connect this line, we want to be looking at a break above this particular level at 285. But even now, what we can see is that after the market has gone up, it hasn't made a new low. It is making a series of higher highs and higher lows. And once this resistance here is taken out at about 280, we'll be looking at a very clear breakout. Now, the interesting thing is, look at the volumes right now. The volumes are extremely high. And if you see this particular rally here, this rally is also very sharp. And you see the correction post that. The correction is happening over a longer period of time, but the retracement is very low. Considering the fact that the stock moved up from 162 to 287, you see it has only fallen till 207 and is now again going back and reclaiming those highs. So, looking at the entire pattern, looking at the technical picture, looking at the volumes, this is another stock which looks like it's a very good buy. Now, the next one that I would like to take your attention to is Oberoi Realty. Now, Oberoi Realty, again, it's one of the strongest stocks in the sector, and you can see why. You can see the stock is already at all-time highs. But the interesting thing is that this level here, this is where you would say that the market was, meeting a lot of resistance in Oberoi Realty, and that level has been successfully crossed. And now the stock is actually making new all-time highs after forming consistent consolidation patterns. If I were, from a technical point of view, if I'm investing here, I can buy even at the current market rates. If the market falls, I can add more till 610, and my stop will be below 577. And what are the highs, and what are the targets that I can look at in this particular stock? If you look at the targets, I think at the moment we can easily expect 1000. But I think in the longer run, I think we could get a secular bull market in this particular script. We could get a market, we could get a run for next 1 year in this stock, and who knows how far it's going to go. If you go back and look at the previous bull market, you see from 315 it went all the way to 600. So could that repeat? Possibly, considering the fact that realty has been very badly hit over the last couple of years, and it has a lot to make up for. So you could actually get a scenario where this particular stock rallies very hard over the next year and a half. So two stocks looking at the index, and I think that will be it for today. Thank you.